There's old fucking dipshit firing up his goddamn car again. As soon as we.
No, it was a motorcycle.
Easy guy.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate that neighbor, don't I?
Great guy.
Yeah, I like him. You know.
I forgot to say it.
You guys are just saying that because you're scared he might watch this.
No,
He said,
he's definitely not.
tell that Crowder guy I really think a lot of him.
Oh,
Did you ever do that work for him? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gave Trevor some work.
Trevor or Brett Michaels?
Fuck off.
Ooh.
Oh, Lil Ricky's
Was that
back.
knocking?
No, that was hammering. That's that. It's those people who've been building that building.
They have been working on the outside of that building.
What seems like a century.
It looks great though.
It does look
does.
fantastic. It's really tying the. It's just it just ties in the dirty mattresses, the bodies, and the needles that are laying about over
Yeah.
there. It ties them all together.
I was gonna say maybe even, I feel like they have to compensate for what's on either side of them.
Takes your mind off of it.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, but also it's crazy because I'll come home super late, right? And then they've always got a fucking bonfire going. Always.
Couple of hippies.
Yeah, for sure.
Should I press record?
I've already started.
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm just looking like a fucking crazy bitch.
Yeah. You sure are.
Showbiz, baby.
Welcome to the Blest Boyz podcast. My name's Crowder.
I am Andrew.
Trevor.
And we are here to give you your bi-weekly dose of horse shit. It's good to see you. We went through hell and high water to get this episode shot. You wouldn't believe the things that got in the way for no reason, other than God hates us. That's what I chalk it up to.
We're actually his favorite children.
Well,
Somebody is.
Well, one of us is, yeah.
Sure loves him, doesn't he?
Cardinal Andrew over here.
Sure do.
Blessed be.
God Daddy.
Father Joseph.
Hey, somebody's got to get blessed.
Father Jerusalem.
It is good to be here. I've waited for this all week.
Yeah, man.
It's really good to be here in our own garage.
Well, it's like when we all get together on an episode day, we talk, we shoot the shit, but we force ourselves to not talk about.
Yep.
I almost said anything that matters, but we never talk about anything that matters.
No, we don't. What have we been doing the last couple weeks, guys? We've been tracking. We're demoing for our new record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
fucking, it's already nasty. It's
Yeah.
not even there.
I know. That's what I was gonna say.
We haven't even started on 3 of them.
No, we haven't.
Mm-mm.
I mean, tracking them.
Yeah.
And there's fucking 25 more ideas that we...
Wait, there's scratches for all of those, though, isn't there?
Yeah. We're just ready for drums.
Yep.
The drums.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I put a scratch down for all of them.
It's
Well.
pretty slick. Yeah, we did. We've been doing a lot of tracking. It's fun because somebody asked us to do a song for 'em, cover a song for 'em. So that was cool. We got to track a cover, which is funny because shout out to Steve Jewell, love you, baby. His Snapchat yesterday, he was riding in the car singing this song, and unless one of y'all told, I didn't tell him.
No, I ain't doing.
You know, so it was funny and ironic. You know.
It's a classic song, though.
I mean, yeah. But I mean,
it was fun.
I feel like we were just working on it. You know.
Yeah.
Had-
Timing's weird.
Had a lot of harmonies, a lot of specific guitar parts that threw my brain for a fucking loop because never played that kind of guitar before. It's a different genre. Those old country licks, they fuck me up. But man, are they satisfying when you nail them though.
Mm-hmm.
Opens your brain up to a whole different kind of way of thinking about it.
Yeah, it's like every note's a dual note.
Yeah, and we took it piece by piece, and I was like, fuck. Took me a minute because I was able to do it because it's nothing crazy, but to start here, it's like, oh, that's a bend up. Bring it back down. Then you slide all the way down there, then back up real quick. Just shit like that. It's just like, okay, let me try this for the 12th time.
And all they did to come up with that stuff is just smoke a lot of weed.
Drugs.
Whole lot of drugs.
Sickening, to be honest.
That's what I've been saying.
Whole lot of drugging going on.
No, I mean, it is, man, incredible guitar playing. All
three of them.
On every one of their, not y'all.
Thank you.
No, absolutely not. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, in their band, like all throughout their career, their catalog of songs, it was always just phenomenal guitar playing, just top tier. I was just kidding, by the way, guys. You guys are good.
It's it was.
You understand
Thanks,
me,
buddy.
Trevor? Do you hear me? You're good.
I'm sure the Curiosity is gonna really get a hold of somebody because we still haven't told them, but we did a cover of Eagles Already Gone for a friend of ours.
Oh, I forgot that we didn't even.
Yeah, we didn't even tell him.
Well, it's hard to keep track of what's hush hush and what's not.
Yeah.
I mean, forget anymore.
If we're being legitimate, nothing has to be hush hush. Are you okay?
No. Yeah. Nothing has to be hush hush.
Nothing has to be, but
I don't guess it do.
we just, it'll take away some of the fun later.
I know, and that's what's killing me. It's questions like today.
What's killing me, and what I don't think would hurt us none, is to work up a set and just go play some sets.
Terrible idea. I'd love that.
I'm still on the fence about it.
Get these 5 songs good. Throw another handful of covers, and do that for just a minute, just to satisfy us.
Don't even have to say nothing about it.
I'm dying over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am too, bro.
I don't know. It's tough. We can't not say anything about it because then promoter be on your ass about promoting.
That's true.
You know how that shit goes.
Yeah. Well,
it just won't be the name that we're going to be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can use a different band name and just do it like that.
Yeah. Any other way, just be a damn shame.
Or we can do, or we could do.
I mean,
we could even put the name out there. That don't matter either.
Right. At least start the process. But to be honest with you, the thing is, we're not that far from being, wrapping up material for an album. Not saying we're gonna stop at the number that we're gonna stop at, but we don't have far to go.
To begin that first initial promotion that we were talking about starting, at least.
Yeah. So
I feel like
that might scratch your itch just for a little bit, because it does suck when you feel like
it's
just
at least
sitting around.
At least 3 years out.
At Corbin's pace.
At Corbin's pace.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is.
Absolutely. But he's we're good.
We'll get it to you someday.
Coming sometime.
We have a lot of fucking shit to talk about. Thankfully, a lot of people have sent in a lot of stuff. I've got a couple things that I've come up with, some things that we've jotted down for topics and shit, but a lot of people have sent some questions in. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
That was bad. The chapstick was a bad idea.
Earlier, he's like, I got a solution to the lip smacking problem. I use chapstick.
Well, I usually use the Carmex, and it's got a good glide to it.
It absolutely does, don't it?
Right.
You got all that Burt's Bees.
The thing is, though.
No, I got the regular.
Listen to me. What I'm hearing, what drives me fucking bananas, is
yeah, I don't want to do it
with the tongue.
Don't
the
like
tongue
it.
stuff. He's an excellent at it.
Well,
it's because I'm always going.
It is always the beginning of sentences for you.
I fucked up and used a regular old black and white chapstick, and
You're talking about the lip balm or the
chap ice or whatever it's called. It's real thick.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident for Andrew. I think it's an attitude for Andrew.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because he's like,
it's a fucking statement, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Well, there was a topic online that almost divided friends, and I thought it'd be cool to talk about because there's certain things that you don't know about your pals, and there's certain ideals and ways of life. And I didn't say ideas. I said ideals.
mm-hmm.
So, there's a debate going around. Not really a debate, but I guess more of a sharing of ideals. Toilet paper etiquette. I think it's fucking fascinating.
All right.
I love it.
What's the debit over?
Is it how they put it on the roll?
Well, that's a good one. Over or under?
Yeah.
Listen.
It's not a thing though.
In the panic that I'm in that moment, I don't give a fuck which way that's rolled.
No, of course. But if you got one hand,
it's always over.
Always. Because if you pull from the back, it's just gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
If you pull from the top, you can go left or right.
Yeah.
It's gonna break.
No, I mean if you had a big mechanism up there like what the Scotch tape is on,
it's identical.
You could roll it. You could go under, and then it'd have a.
Why don't they do that?
Why don't they do that to satisfy the idiots that? And I meant it.
Well, listen, I don't think what you just said is the problem because it's literally identical whether it rolls off this way or that way.
I agree. I thought the same thing, but
no, but you can't cut it.
You're
the way
at an angle.
You can if you're.
Whenever you pull on it, that thing's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pull this way.
Well, you're pulling this way anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna sit there and do this.
I agree with you. I thought the same thing.
Well, you don't do that. You go what?
Just do it sometimes.
Why do it wrong?
I agree.
So then you're accustomed to it. So then, but here's the real thing that separates the psychos from normal people, I guess. Do you fold it or do you crumble it up? Now, when I think of this, I think of not at home because you're in a gas station or if you're somewhere else that's not your house.
Squatted,
they got
your
the
feet
big
are on the toilet.
Rolls. It takes a whole lot to bend down and wrap it.
You're like goosing it over the toilet.
So you're just like, and then you just got a big pile. Then you.
Who uses that? How much of a dirty ass do you got?
Get it once and be done.
God damn.
One wiper.
Also,
swipers.
Who crumbles? Who does that?
Okay, that's why this is such a fascinating fucking debate.
There shouldn't be. There should be nobody on the crumble up side.
Absolutely.
But if you find out someone does,
kill them.
Because I've watched a video of these dudes that talked about this, and they were like, he was like, I crumbled, and they were like, what? They've been friends with this dude for like 10 years, and they lost every piece of faith in this guy all in that one moment over some fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, he should be gassed.
I agree. So we're all folders.
Well, this shouldn't be a debate.
Well, here is, I didn't want to steal somebody's idea, but I kind of did, so I had to add my own twist to it. F to B or B to F?
I don't feel like this should be even a question.
I don't either.
In our situation.
I don't either.
How you gonna go back to front?
I agree.
And get shit on.
How you gonna
my tank?
How you gonna paint on them nuts?
But do you guys realize?
I'd be so fucking upset.
There are people out there who go back to front
and get their hand in the toilet water.
No. But they go back to front and think that that's fucking normal.
Women go back to front.
No, not all of them.
Not all of them. You're right. Excuse me.
Because a lot of women know that's a terrible idea. See, for us, it wouldn't cause us any health issues for the most part. It'd be gross.
Well, I do have. There is if you say you do go back to front, you got no business continuing on up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a pretty big gap.
Stop before you get to.
Don't we?
Stop before you get to them city limits. You know what I'm saying? You got no business taking that on up the taint.
But there are people, men and women, who do go back to front. It's more convenient for them.
So what do you do? Grab your...
I have no fucking clue. I don't... never done it. Never will. Never did.
You take dental floss. You wrap dental floss around the back of your nutsack.
And just lift it up.
You make a gentle tie. Yeah. You put that rope in your teeth.
God.
You pull the old nutsack up. You do your business. When you're done, you drop one side of the dental floss and pull on the other, and it unties itself.
It works?
Yeah. It's called the Christmas Gooch. It's called the package prestige.
That is so gross.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
It's called Dumbo's left ear. It's called the Continental Soldier.
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
The Continental Soldier.
Well, I'm just saying, there's people out there that do this shit, and would probably, if any of you guys do that and think that I'm wrong, or we are wrong for thinking it's crazy, I'd love for you to tell me why. I'm not calling you crazy. No. I just think it's crazy, and I'm always open to being enlightened.
I wouldn't want you to admit it, to be honest with you.
Maybe somebody has a stronger argument than I do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just going off of me thinking, and
I really do feel like
that's got me.
If you've got, as long as you got decent sense about you and you don't take it on past further than you need to go, it does not matter if you do. You know, I don't, but I'm sure if those people that do, they're probably dumbfounded right now. Like, why is that such a problem? You don't take the old paper on up.
And they're probably like,
Street,
God, I never thought about it. I'm a gross ass bitch.
That could be happening as well.
And you know, there's people out there that don't wash their fucking legs in the shower.
Yeah.
The shampoo does it. What are you talking about?
You let the shampoo run down.
Hell yeah. No, it's not. I mean, I don't do that.
You let the shampoo.
But I'm just saying.
You let the shampoo run down your legs.
And just
you give it a little rub in, rub it into your leg hair a little bit, and voila.
Oh yeah, you're washing them.
Yeah.
It's a great. I'm just saying, there's people that don't fucking touch them.
I have naturally clean legs though, so.
Well, that's funny you say that, because on Facebook I saw this thing.
I saw that too.
I have naturally clean legs.
I saw that too. Yeah.
No, you don't.
I have naturally clean legs.
Sorry, I've got some stuff in my throat from work today. Andrew, what?
You got some shit on your chest,
yeah,
too.
You're about to get kicked out of this podcast.
Why?
Because you're making audio a nightmare.
I thought you were doing great up until the...
I couldn't hold it.
I wasn't even talking about the cough.
What was you
I
talking
thought you
about?
handled that very well.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Said he's got something on his chest.
Oh, with the toilet paper thing and then the shitting thing.
Wait, that was the same question, I believe.
That was a topic.
Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I'm fucking...
That bothered you?
No, man. It didn't.
Well, he said, I'm about to get kicked out of the podcast, and you reiterated kind of what he was.
Oh, I was trying to speak before him. He just chimed in way sooner than I did.
Oh.
I see.
A lag, if you will.
Oh, bro, I'm on that slow motion shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, I know.
It's been a long week.
I'm asking for them. I'm asking... They're vicariously asking through me.
Just saying.
Been working thirds, bro.
Seconds and thirds, man.
Well, do you mind if I have a little drink of your...
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, there might be something left in there. But go ahead, please.
Well...
It's going to need a refill very, very soon.
There might be something left in there. Like a surprise?
That is great.
I'm telling you. I don't lie about my shit, y'all.
It's really good.
So sorry.
I mean, maybe I should, like, take a spin off and then make a mixture or something. You know what I'm saying? That's a company. You're supposed to have how many different avenues of revenue to become a millionaire? That's what I want to do.
I don't know that number.
There's probably a number.
Like 10. So maybe.
God damn.
Man, maybe if I. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
God damn it.
At least we're all aware.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Every time the one y'all do that, all I see is time.
He's
Time.
because he's got to do something.
My favorite joke to make is, well, it's no big deal. You can fix it in the edit.
Yep.
Crowder has a great. I gotta get fucking candy or something. Crowder has a great topic that we've been trying to discuss.
Listen, this has been a thing since this podcast began.
I'm trying.
It's
to
so
help
funny
you.
to me that he and Corbin think that if they do something that they want cut out, that they just clap.
I'm doing it for you.
Once I sync the audio up, it's done.
I'm saying, you can cut.
He doesn't cut no more.
Yeah, I'm done cutting.
Let it ride, baby. I don't give a fuck. I just was trying to let you know.
You think you regurgitating your insides there didn't tell me?
I really am trying. But Crowder had a really good topic that we tried to do on the last one we did.
Yeah. We went back to basics on that last episode.
Yeah, we were mad at it. Well, I wasn't mad. Everybody's mad at each other. We was mad at each other and mad at the day. And I don't know if everybody's mad at each other, but everybody seemed mad to me.
I think
we were all tired.
I think it was just a moody day. Everybody was tired.
Everybody had their ass whooped that day.
And Andrew, what happened?
Easy. Let's stop pointing fingers.
No, I wasn't going to say Andrew fucked up. I was going to say.
But you started to.
I thought y'all were mad at me.
What I was starting to say was Andrew said, what happened to the audio?
All right. So, it's stupid, man. It's just technical nerd shit.
Okay, well.
You know, dumb day one shit, but then, you know, in my defense,
I was high.
No, it's not. That's maybe I can't remember now. But I mean, I had just gotten drug out of bed.
Well, in our defense, you should have been out of bed 6 hours prior. But what, who's counting?
Absolutely no way, y'all. This has fucked me up.
I feel that.
Yeah.
This has changed. I mean, it has fucked me all the way up. Man, I used to. I never could wake up to an alarm.
Also, it's extra weird that you're on second. It's like a split between second and third.
I know. But it's like I had just gotten my whole life. Hang on, let me back up. My whole life, I could never wake up to an alarm.
No, he can't.
I could not be at work at 8 o'clock sometimes. And it's not that I mean, the 7.5 hours you got.
We need
buddy.
We need to go back to when I was 3 years old.
But I mean, I finally got to a point where I could get up without an alarm just damn near whenever I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. That internal clock.
5 was my hot spot every day, even when I worked at 8 o'clock. But now I can't get on a schedule to save my life. I don't know when to eat, sleep, shit, do nothing.
I have to have like 13 pre-alarms before the real alarm.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm the same way. I gotta do the same shit.
I
bro.
do, and I try, but it's hey,
too much.
look, I had.
Oh, you want to talk about how Andrew can't wake up to an alarm?
Is that one it? That one's not it. It's the Behringer. Where's the Behringer?
Malcolm has it.
Okay.
We had a fucking forklift certification class to go take one day. And we were staying out on 185 in that one bedroom shack.
Early days, bro. Like 7-8 years ago. 7 years.
Oh my God, so crazy to think about.
Stupid.
In the beginnings, we had to make some money, so Andrew was like, I drive forklift, we can go get certified. We got hooked up through a mutual friend. Go to Magna and take this class, and you'll get certified. Be there at whatever the fuck time. I set an alarm on the iPhone and ran it through a powered Behringer PA speaker. Now, so the auxiliary cord was in the phone feeding the big speaker, and when that alarm went off, it's going to fuck everything inside up.
It woke up the tri-state area.
Everybody. It rattled the Green River, I guarantee it.
Oh, man.
I woke up as soon as the initial gate of the sound, before the, and I hit alarm, not just, no, it was.
That's
so when the
excellent alarm
happened, I was fucking up. I looked over, and I thought I was looking at a dead body. I didn't know what killed him, but I knew he was gone. Because the speaker was by his fucking bed, bro.
Aimed at my fucking
Literally.
head. Aimed at my head.
I see that.
So I shook him, trying to check on him. I'm like, dude, I'd already hit it at this point, snoozed it. And I was like, Andrew, are you okay? And he's like, And he wakes up. And he looks at me, and I'm like, we got this shit to do, man. I'm like, did you not hear that? And he's like, I was like, how did you sleep through that? He said, watch this, I'll show you.
Last summer, I come in here, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I kicked open this garage door, and he's laid out on his face down, in the middle of the floor here, spread out, just zonked. The funniest fucking thing I've ever walked in on.
In this floor?
Yes, I got a picture of it. I will put it on the screen.
Right here in the middle of the floor. Man, y'all, your boy puts in work. Well, at that time I didn't. But your boy puts in work, so he gets tired.
That time I was late to work, but.
Hey, that was when we first started hanging out. We was putting in work on some bottles.
My God. Philadelphia. We hit that Philadelphia
Born
whiskey.
and raised.
$6.95 for a 750 milliliter. So you hit that with a Tony's pizza, and you out the door under $10.
Out the door, under the door.
Hey, that was the daily.
Through the door.
That was the daily for 2 years.
If we
straight.
could collect enough quarters to get a fifth of Philadelphia and a Tony's pizza, our day was accomplished at them times.
It was wild times, dude. I
ain't even seen that fucking whiskey anymore.
I ain't looked for that whiskey
Hell
anymore.
no.
They probably pulled it off the shelf. They seen what it does to y'all.
Oh my God, dude. And then one time, remember that Hunter?
Canadian Hunter?
Oh my God, boy. We got this, it was a half gallon? Half gallon of Canadian Hunter. And apparently they said the owners was like, oh, it tastes like
Crown Royal.
Yeah, it tastes like Crown. It tastes like Crown. And okay.
My ass.
Yeah, right. It was just so stout with no
Payoff.
tasteful. Yeah, no taste.
And for whatever fucking stupid reason,
we fucked it up.
we were like, we hadn't even opened it yet. And again, we hadn't known each other that long at this point. We were like, how cool would it be, because I've never done this, if we took the longest drink of this liquor that we could, and then we'll mark it and see how much we drank. I had a pink paint marker, and I turned it up, and I chugged it. I'd never chugged whiskey before. I drank a lot of whiskey at this time, but I never chugged it.
That's a game you come up with out of just the craziest boredom.
Yeah. And we did, bro. I'm telling you what. It didn't take 5-7 minutes. And I literally remember opening my eyes, and I was inside of a bag.
Oh my God. I remember how you was sleeping. Oh, he fell asleep like this on the couch with his arm up here. His head wasn't even resting on nothing. It was just down.
Did y'all ever?
And Andrew was on, we had that linoleum, I guess?
No, it was tile.
Tile. Hard ass fucking tile.
Real tile.
It was on his side. And his head wasn't even touching the ground. I guess he was like backed up against the couch on his side. and his head wasn't even touching.
His head was suspended?
Suspended, because his neck wouldn't go down far enough on the fucking... Slept like that for 8 hours.
Did y'all ever drink E.T. when you were a kid?
Hell fucking yeah.
Talking about the curly times.
Now, I don't know why that was easier to access as a child, but it
what
sure,
Daddy bought.
Sure was.
God, dude.
But I used to party with there's a buddy I had in high school. He passed away recently, actually. We used to go out to his house. It's somewhere out towards Hadley. It was where you were talking about the other day. I think it was you. Going out Three Springs.
Yep.
Anyway. But we used to drink and get crazy out there all the time as fucking young teenagers. And my brother brought me he was in the Navy at the time. He was of age. He brought me a fifth of ET out there in a brown paper sack. And I kept it in that brown paper sack, so I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, right? Usually I could drink a fifth of ET and be good. That's real good and hammered. Then I'd have another half for tomorrow. Well, I turned that bottle up at one point in the night and it just dropped out. Just little drops, little driblets. I'd already drank that whole fucking bottle by myself. Had a hell of a fucking time. My buddy tried to carry me to our tent, and he did, but he threw me down in there so hard. There was a big ass rock underneath that fucking tent.
Fuck.
Cracked my head open off that rock. Next morning I woke up in the barn spooning a newborn baby calf. We got real close.
It took
Hey,
3 minutes
Maurice.
to dig my arm out of its ass.
Real close.
Hey, Maurice. Yeah, we fucked up.
Shit. I wouldn't. I'd call the law before I called my daddy back then.
E.T. was different kind of animal, man. I crave it every Christmas. It's cold. I think about Christmas as a teenager and drinking a little E.T. and just how warm it made you in the inside.
I think about that Christmas E.T. Anyway, early times, if you'd like to sponsor us, we will accept.
And I know y'all bitch asses ain't making no money right now.
No, you
heard.
No, them kids don't drink you like they used to.
But we can make them. It's up to you.
We can share more stories like this and make them want to have experiences like that. Me and that calf still talk today. It's an adult now though.
There's so many stories on some curlies.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I say curlies because that's Coke and early, right? So I just call them curlies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we started hanging out and started jamming together.
Andrew made that name up back when he used to be addicted to cocaine in early times.
Curlies.
For clarity.
Yeah, cocaine. It wasn't then. But we was, I done lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Oh, knocking them curlies though. Whenever we'd go play. For some reason, and it was only really when we'd go play, because any other time we'd drink Philadelphia every day through the week.
Yeah.
But show day, to the show or whatever, Curlies and Coke.
Curlies.
Not Curlies
that
and
was,
Coke, just Curlies.
That was your special occasion
that
drink.
Was boutique,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Did we have any questions this go round?
We actually did. We have a lot of questions, actually. We could actually kind of do a speed round of questions, or we could take our time with them.
Let's speed round it. You know what I always say? Speed through it and do it.
You do say that all the time.
All the time.
There's a song by Montgomery Gentry that Crowder don't like, and he doesn't like this line, and it upsets me. It's from that What Do You Think About That, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the song it says,
I don't remember, by the way.
stay put, because this will move you. You're probably going to have to correct me. It says, I got a half a mind to paint a plywood sign and nail it up to a knotty pine tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then says,
saying,
I was here first. This is my piece of dirt. Your rambling don't rattle me. And so Crowder begins to say, I just don't think it's that good of a song or that good of a line. And so it's been bugging me all week. So Crowder, what is a line that you think is so great?
Wait a second. When did this happen?
Oh, I've been holding on to it.
So a long time
This
ago?
affected you,
This was a couple weeks ago. This was a few weeks ago.
I remember when it happened.
No, you don't.
I really do.
You're
I
just trying
seen
to
it.
stir the whole shit pot.
He was offended by it. And
I love that
you
song.
Why wouldn't you be?
We were playing it in here.
You want to listen to it?
No, we can't do that on this podcast.
Mm.
We will get striked.
Mm. What if I got permission?
They've already been trying to shut us down.
We'll do it.
What if I got Eddie's handwritten permission?
You can do that. His daughter went to WKU.
Hey, that's cool.
You knew that?
Yeah. So at one time, for some reason, I heard people say that at the bars or something, probably a million times in about a 2-year span. I'm like, everyone says that, but no one. Where is
at?
she? Yeah.
Where is she?
Also, that's weird. It's like Sylvester Stallone's third cousin, twice removed nephew, goes to WKU.
People do that a lot around here, don't they? They're like,
name drop.
Did you know that fucking Paula Mudd's lead singer came to Hilligan's the other night?
Yeah.
I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I taught Sturgill all he knows.
Or you hear about
Let's get me fired.
Or you hear about Robert Plant having a house here all the time.
Yeah, and he
People
didn't.
still say that.
Turns out he didn't.
No, he did.
There's some houses out here that
The rumor was that he had a house on Chestnut, and that's not true.
And then at the end of beginning of Nashville Road after the roundabout,
I always heard it was Old Stone.
6 different houses, right?
Anyway, his bass player is from Bowling Green.
Yeah,
he loves Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, he came to visit all the time.
Loves Ruby Tuesdays.
And he likes Samurai too.
Samurai, apparently.
There's pictures of him in Samurai.
Yeah.
There was a house that was being built. This was 4 years ago. Y'all, I thought I knew the decent innards of this town, man, but there's some spots that still fuck me up.
Warren County's a big motherfucker when you start to get into it.
For sure.
Yeah, I get lost.
And I don't know what road it was, but there was this house about 3 or 4 years ago that was being built that had a fucking basketball court being built inside of it. I don't know where this house is.
Probably off Cemetery Road in those fucking big ass houses out there. I forget the name of that housing development.
I don't think so, but I couldn't even tell you.
Old Stone wouldn't surprise me.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Old Stone's another one it could be.
I don't even know where that one's at.
Down off of by where Jason lives.
Those houses near
I ain't been out there. On the right?
Turn left, headed towards Jason's
I'm
house.
thinking of Cemetery Road.
Right. So you know that way, like we come back from Jason's that time?
Yeah.
So say we're coming back from Jason's down Cemetery Road. That last big, there's a big grand entrance, like bricked up and everything. There's like a fountain.
Yeah.
It goes back to a bunch of houses and stuff. And there's what I was talking about. Big,
that's
expensive
Old Stone.
motherfuckers.
They are nice houses, but yeah, that's not it. Speaking of which, man, y'all, we haven't talked about this, but it has been shitty. I didn't realize how bad I'd missed my bike with so much time left.
I knew.
Well,
I dropped $500 a day getting parts ordered.
I know exactly how much I missed your bike.
yeah, so I sold my bike month and a half ago. A month ago, I guess. But no, I wanted to do it. I needed to do it because I needed some studio gear. I needed to make the next step in investing in myself to make sure that I had the opportunity to succeed. That's what I needed to do. But damn, do I miss riding.
Man,
Damn.
shit.
I hopped on mine the other day. What was it, 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time in about a month and a half.
Yeah, since my bike, huh?
I don't know. It's just like,
It's fucking great.
I love it, but it's there's something about it that's a little, you lose that thing when you don't have a buddy.
You know what? Hey, you know what you should do? I mean, you've already got, you're already in yours, so no big deal. But you know what you should do? Sell yours before it gets fucking cold. And then when it warms up, if next season or the season after, but if you're going to do it the season after, make sure it's in the off season, buy a bigger bike. I mean, that's entirely my plan. Will the money be there? I don't know, but that is my plan. You know, I'm ready for a bigger bike, but I needed the studio gear first. And I will say, it's paid off. It's already, in my opinion, paid off because things have leveled up.
Hell yeah.
So I'm okay.
Well, the gaping hole in my heart is not healed a centimeter. So
well, once I get mine fixed, you are more than welcome to ride it anytime that you'd like.
I appreciate it, but I
thought he was gonna be like, once mine's fixed, I'll be friends with you and ride around with you. But he's like, once mine's
he
fixed,
offered it. Yeah,
Andrew can use it to be.
Well, of fucking course.
Incredibly nice. And then when I get off during the day, and he's at work, I'll just be ripping ass. I'm
Put
sorry.
her down in 4-cog and just let her eat, baby.
There ain't no way, man.
Ass and rips.
I don't like. You got too many loose moving parts on your bike for me to feel safe on it. If I'm being honest.
Put $500 in parts.
But how long are them parts gonna sit before it gets put on that bike?
At the shop.
Oh, all right, okay. Excuse me. Hey, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to cast.
The disrespect. I ain't talking about the labor yet. I ain't got that bill.
But if we're looking at it.
Yeah, I had a loose mirror and my headlight was loose.
Loose?
Cocked.
And that back tire was scalped.
Oh, it's
long gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you send that tire with the guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Good move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Paid in full.
Yeah.
So
trailers on bricks.
We have questions, and there's quite a bit of them. So we could do like a speed round of questions, and we just do our quick answers if we can. Does that sound cool to y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for sending in your questions. We do appreciate it. And if you do have questions, topics, anything you want to hear us fucking ramble and jaw about, you can send them to the Blest Boyz Pod. blestboyspod@gmail.com. That is
BLESTBOYZPOD@gmail.com. BLESTBOYZPOD@gmail.com.
You can choose to be anonymous, or we'll give you a shout out.
But wait, there's more. Send one in the next 10 minutes, and we'll put it on this episode.
Damn, this guy's good.
With shipping and handling.
This guy's good. Do y'all remember the Avon magazines?
Do I remember? I used to jerk off to that shit nonstop.
Do y'all remember them big ass boppers?
Hell yeah, son.
Them big ass blow up boppers you used to put on your fucking hand and you'd sock your damn brother with them.
I thought that'd be funnier.
And or sister.
It was good.
Yes, so we had sock and boppers. And
sock and boppers.
Yeah. And
red with the blue.
Big marshmallow.
Oh my God.
My mother went absolutely fucking berserk and took scissors to him like 2 days later.
The hell's wrong with her?
That's crazy.
She used to go wild. She used to go hard in the paint, my mother.
She's like, the only person gonna be hitting my kids in the face is me.
That sounds familiar though.
They were just loud as fuck, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Driving her fucking mad.
That's hilarious.
Those bitches were loud.
Yep. Sock and boppers were too.
Especially when you hit.
My mom used to not let me eat in the living room, so I would park my bitch ass right there at the because there's a threshold from the kitchen to the living room because I wanted to watch fucking TV. I was like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, you can't miss a minute of Raw.
Shoot.
Back in its prime.
You remember when that lady called in on Raw at the end of Raw? They played her voicemail and she said, "It's my honeymoon, and the only thing I wanted for my honeymoon was to watch Monday Night Raw." Woo!
I don't.
That? You don't? Oh my God! It played after every episode for the longest time. Anyway, that's how I was at 8 years old. So I parked my ass in a chair on the threshold of the kitchen and the living room so I could watch TV. And I was sitting there eating this cereal, and I was pissed off because Mom wouldn't let me eat the cereal on the couch where I wanted to.
Who the fuck she thinks she is?
I know. So I was crunching like a motherfucker.
I bet you were.
I could just hear him being petty as fuck.
I bet you
sitting
were.
at the threshold where he ain't supposed to be.
Absolutely was.
Look, y'all, I get to the bottom of the box. I get to the bottom of the bowl, and I'm like, well, I think I'm going to have another bowl. And I get up before she gets up and comes after my ass.
Yeah. That attitude stayed with you through adulthood. You know that, yeah?
Yeah, I do know.
I wish I had a little bit more don't give a fuck in me. I'm getting there. But,
lightning round.
Sorry,
lightning round of
I didn't
questions.
mean to go off on that.
That's what this podcast is about. Blessing the people with
Going
content.
off.
Going off.
That's what this podcast
Going
is
off
about.
on the people.
Getting off.
On the people.
For the
This
people.
podcast. From the people.
From the people.
That's what we talked about in the beginning. Getting off on the people, for the people, and from the people. So, lightning round of questions.
Sorry, tequila hit.
And then we're going to go back to topics. We got a few more topics to talk about, but I wanted to hit the questions because we sure do appreciate you guys for fucking sending them.
Can I have another little sipple?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Ew, I didn't know. I'd have made you a drink.
I saw that tequila tickle you got.
Just keep
it
that.
Made me want it.
Keep that brand covered, and we don't like them no more.
That old shiver that makes you quiver. Yeah, fuck them
Yeah,
bitches.
it does, man. This thing hits.
Andrew made us some tequila drinks. And I don't really like tequila drinks, but
I love it, man. It's
Before this episode's over, don't let me forget to get a real nice, clean shot of them legs of yours.
them are some clean legs.
Just move on. I'll do it.
I'd rather you not.
We'll do it.
That's why I wanted to make sure I wasn't in there.
We're gonna
one of my favorite memes right now is a picture of a croc, and it says, "These have the white people in a stranglehold, or the white community in a stranglehold."
It was Hey Dudes, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hey Dudes. That's what did I say?
Crocs.
I'm in a.
I love when you see
I
somebody
hate Crocs. I
put
ain't gonna
Crocs
lie.
on and flip it up and said, "This is sport mode."
Yeah. I don't.
This is why I don't wear shorts, man. Fuck you.
Just
What is
not
wrong with
into
my
it.
legs?
Ain't nothing, but you look funny.
I know.
Got them socks pulled up. Not that your
I don't
legs
think you
look
do.
funny. It's the
They
combination
do.
of things.
I don't think it is, bro. I think it's dope.
Thank you.
I think it's dope too.
My sister literally said, "You look like you have chicken legs," and my other sister was like, "What are you talking about? You don't have chicken legs." She was like, "Yeah, he does," and she's like, "Chicken legs means like straight skinny legs," and then she's like, "No, look," and then she pulled up a picture of a goddamn actual chicken leg raw, and I was like,
Now you're
I'm
self-conscious.
appalled.
So I didn't say nothing. You just
"They're real huge up top, then they kind of come down and do their shit."
I wasn't bashing.
Look at them.
I think it looks fucking fire. You got to show it to the people.
That looks fire.
Yep.
It looks like a actual chicken leg. It's like,
I would walk straight through Walmart like that.
hell yeah.
Do not pass go.
You didn't say fucking Dillard's.
To be fair, I don't think Walmart has much of a dress
That's
code.
what I'm saying.
That was the joke.
I mean, all right,
Get
y'all.
me a damn blanket.
For about 2 days straight this past week, I was wearing these pajama pants. I don't ever wear pajamas, right? And I was like, man, I love these pajamas. Then I was like, I'm going to wear them on the podcast. And then one morning, I put them on, and I was like, damn, I got to go to Walmart. In these pajamas, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Used to, I'd not give a singular fuck.
You didn't go?
You used to walk around, you had those gray Adidas sweatpants.
Oh, yeah. What, dude, I still have those. What are you talking
I
about?
know you do. But you used to tuck them into your fucking mud boots.
Yeah. Get out of my way.
And he'd go down to fucking
I go out to the bar like that, baby.
Hickory and Oak for dinner
He went to fucking West Virginia,
with a coupon.
Pennsylvania.
He took them bridges all over this country.
I'm not going to say he didn't go to New York like that.
Yeah, that'd have been the same time.
Yeah, I'd be
Well,
surprised if he...
I was on a roll in them britches.
I know you was.
You know, I'd wear them anywhere. I remember sound check anytime, bro. I'd show up in them britches and them boots.
That's how you let those bands that you're opening for, those bigger bands, like, you let them know what's about to happen. That's probably why nobody wanted us to ever
No.
come back.
No.
These motherfuckers showed up wearing fucking
Yeah.
track pants and fucking work boots on stage.
Them easy britches.
But let's be honest. every rock band kind of does do that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, man, that's the thing.
So it's probably more of our actions than
we're dickheads.
Apparently, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not on purpose. Because I know damn well we go out of our fucking way to be considerate. But, whatever.
I think it's because everybody has too much damn fun.
It's one guy in particular, really. Fuck that guy.
Who?
What's his name? What was his name?
What guy?
Buck Cherry's dude.
Oh, the guy that managed.
No.
He didn't manage Buck Cherry. He managed.
Some other band.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, Buck Cherry.
The dude who does flips on stage and.
Hey, I'll say this. What's funny is I was watching, what was it?
Their manager.
Pensato's Place. You guys heard of this
Mm-mm.
podcast? Dave Pensato is this legendary engineer. He's in if there's a Hall of Fame of engineers, he's in it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to Howard Benson, and Howard Benson worked with that band, and they put up what was it? They put up a Newman, I think, or a U87 or something like that. Put up some sort of mic for him to record through, and he was like, "I don't want to use this mic. It's an elitist mic." And then they recorded his vocals through this. But if that doesn't tell you the interaction that we had with this person I'm talking about, if that doesn't tell you, right,
yeah,
it's an elitist mic.
He told me and Crowder out front at Manchester Music Hall, he was like, we first met him. I had no idea what to expect. We walk up, introduce ourselves because we're fucking happy to be there as always, and he's like, we're from San Francisco or wherever the fuck. I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. Never been. He was like, yeah, it's a lot different from here, man. He's like, you guys would fucking love it. It's real liberal. There's not any MAGA motherfuckers around there. And I'm like, what are you even talking like that to us?
To do with anything?
And then I walk off. I'm like, yeah, man, cool. And Crowder's like, yeah, it sounds goddamn terrible.
I hated him from the jump.
Not that had anything to do with what Crowder would like or dislike, but just from his attitude.
Yeah,
Crowder said something to him that, I mean, dude, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he got off stage. So I actually loved them.
Yeah,
loved their
great.
fucking songs. Think they sound great. And so he gets. I just let all that shit roll off my shoulder. He gets off stage. I'm like, dude, that was dope. He just looked me dead in the eye and said, "You should see me on a big boy stage." And I was like, I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth out.
I was so worried Crowder was gonna grab this motherfucker and kill him. I'm like, bro, you might be San Francisco tough, but you ain't Kentucky swamp tough, baby.
Yeah, you haven't had a Southern fried ass whooping.
And that's why he talks like that to people.
Yeah.
And I've heard nothing but bad interactions.
Right.
From people.
It's funny because Howard Benson even said in that podcast, he said, I went rounds and rounds with him.
Guarantee it.
He said, we quit working together for a little while and then we come back together. So he kind of let it be known in that podcast that they had problems.
But when Roadrunner sons you and you're a young prospect and you're the answer for whatever they're trying to be, money's coming in.
Yeah, dude.
So
good
people
on
like people like Howard will deal with it because it's fucking business.
Yeah, good on him. I just don't like that guy.
Their manager that tried to start all that bullshit with us and tell lies. I'm like, fuck that, man. We ain't signing nobody. We ain't tied to nobody. Yeah. There's your stripes right there.
We can say whatever the fuck we want to say.
Absolutely.
And if we'd been dickheads, it'd been different, man. I'd been like, 'cause I'm not that kind of guy. I'd have shut the fuck up and left it alone. But to tell all those lies on the guy that was there already invested into you guys and you got wind that he was just looking at us and then you had to go and say, hey, those guys were terrible to deal with. Why?
But I don't know. I think it's all like there's people in every workplace that have to look like the cleaner individual, look like the cleaner employee.
Or they do not want you to have anything that they don't.
Yeah, or anything close to where they're at.
Or that they already have, yes.
Yeah.
They feel like if you move up, they're going to move down.
Yeah.
Even if they're already fucking up here.
Yeah.
It's weird.
A lot of people, I don't know. It's funny because I was talking about this today, too. there's a good buddy of mine that I know that he's older, and now he has a hobby. I'm not going to mention his hobby, but his hobby, in his younger days, it's nothing like that.
Glass blowing. He
Nothing like
blows
that.
glass dildos.
All right. You talked me into it. He rides dirt bikes, but he said in his younger days, he always competed. So he done what he loved, but he was always competing. He said now he does what he loves because he enjoys it. And I was like, that's pretty interesting, because there's definitely been times where I do what I do because I love it, and then there's also been times where I do what I do because we are competing, in a sense.
Feel forced to compete.
Yeah. We've never looked at another band and been like, oh, we got to compete with them.
Mm-hmm.
We got to compete with them. We got to do better. Never.
We just know good from bad. And if they're
it's never
great,
been that, right?
We got to step it up.
Exactly. If anything, we're inspired by be dope. Everybody should, because that only inspires the next person. And if they're turn out with more success than whatever your idea and definition of success is, if they turn out to be your level or better, good fucking on them.
Yeah, and it was always, I felt like we were good about those times where we were playing with another band that was really good. We never looked at it like, oh man, we gotta go up there and kill them. No, we gotta go up there and just not let them kill us.
Defend.
Is that all that it ever was?
My goal was to just, and it's cool that we are lucky to all have each other because we're all like-minded in that sense. That my goal was always I was always so focused on just being the best that I know and knew that we can be together. Because I'm like, if we can just do that, I believe it in my heart of hearts that we'll do what we need to do. The business that we need to do tonight, we will do if we just be the absolute best that I know we can be. And as far as a business sense of it, there's enough work for everybody, but you meet those people that they don't want work for you. They're just too worried about climbing and clawing and getting everything out of their way.
Yeah.
Playing
like
cutthroat.
Their spot's already taken by them, and they don't want it. They're afraid. Well, I mean, what we just said, cutthroat. Anybody can get to the next rung that's above you at any point in time.
Yeah.
And they ain't even got to be on the ladder yesterday, and tomorrow they can be above you on the ladder.
Just like that.
It can happen that quick. Not for a lot of people, but.
And now we're learning that everybody can, eat if everybody helps each other out in a sense, if you think about it. But, it boils down to not how good you are. It boils down to how can you do business with somebody else. Mm-hmm. And if you're a fucking asshole, word's going to spread pretty quick. Mm-hmm. You can be the nicest guys ever, and word's going to spread pretty quick that you're a bunch of fucking assholes. That's just how it is. You're fucked if you do and fucked if you don't. But at the same time, fuck those guys like that.
You can cut that Tostino's pizza into 4 pieces and keep it tight, or you can cut it into 9 and share it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not that the music business is
a Tostino's pizza.
Legendary. Not that the music business is already overly saturated, but there's so many different avenues for independent artists to get out and about that it's more like it doesn't have to be a cutthroat business. Everybody can eat. Everybody can enjoy each other's success, because if you think about it, any time that we've been afforded an opportunity, how many times have we not done our damnedest to deliver, and then, like if we done a show swap, deliver on the show and then bring them back and kill on a show?
Always seize the opportunity.
Always.
But somebody would feel like somebody was always there to.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That's okay, but that's when we were focusing on fucking with dipshits like that. Now there's different avenues and
so many different.
Trying to find our own way now. And that's what I love about it, because we're just worried about having fun.
Yeah, and I tell you, we not to go into details, but to tell you at home, you listening, you son of a bitch, you mother of beach. I'm just kidding.
Mother of my bitches.
Is that how he says it? I never know how he says it.
It's sons of my bitches, isn't it? Sons of my bitches.
But
why you asking me telling me to go fuck a goat for?
Hey, we got a good business plan. We got a solid marketing plan. We got some great ideas, some great, cool, really cool shit coming. I can't wait for it. I know y'all can't either.
Dope to the max about it.
I'm chewing my fucking lips off.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Don't get me wrong. I am ready for it.
I get bored easily, and then I start to fucking spiral.
You just gotta
if we're not
keep a leash on him.
If we're not moving.
I can feel the tension between us all whenever it feels like that, and it sucks because shit happens. But that's the cool thing about where we're at right now, is because even though no one knows what we're doing and nobody sees what we're doing because we're not broadcasting it, we're kind of getting a lot done right now. Even though we could be doing more, you can always be doing more. At a point in our career, to just say, hey, we're done, and that's how people are perceiving us, and then to get the comments that I get from people sometimes that I'm just now seeing after we announced that KKB's done, I can't even begin to explain to them, and they're like, hey, sorry, man, heard about the band. They're like, what do I say when I know that?
Yeah.
Tell you. But I can't. So it's like we're getting a lot done right now, and it feels good because that's kind of what's keeping everything going. And I'm really looking forward to everything.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. We got if we're being honest, it's really just the sooner that we get these ideas out and that we're able to craft the rest of these songs, just I feel like the sooner that we get them, released, or how we're going to do it, right? The plan, right? We get them released, and then whenever on shows. But yeah, man, I don't know what we got. 5. I don't know, man. We come up with another 5 more, which we've already got 10 ideas for. Come up with another 5 songs that we just work out. It's cool. I've I'd feel a lot of pressure about writing songs, because it was so tough to do. Usually we had to do it together. It was just weird time, and then now I don't feel any pressure whatsoever about writing songs or being creative. And to be honest with you, I would argue that I'm more creative now than I have been in a long time. Just more inspired,
Yeah.
Now, does every idea fit? Absolutely not. But
ideas aren't in an abundance like they were for me before, but anything that comes out, I might have to work around it to get it out finally what I'm trying to hear and play, because it's so different from what we played before.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get it out, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like the quality is there. Rather than before, I could come up with 20,000 different ideas to shoot out on a song, and now it's like it might take me a little longer to get something out, but the quality I feel like is better because it's a challenge, so I'm going to force myself to make something a little different.
Yeah.
I feel that same way about you, too, with this kind of shit we're doing. Like, we'll fucking beat the shit out of something, and then all of a sudden it's fucking there. You'll bring something to the table that was just an idea that we fucked around with or that you had for a long time, and then you'll come the next day and it's like, hey, there it fucking is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having a little bit of a songwriting renaissance. Is that the word?
Yeah. At least how I feel about it.
Because I don't know. I guess it's just the idea of it being something different. Just unlocked something for me that wasn't there before, or what was probably the case is that I felt like it was blocked off. I felt like it was blocked before for some bullshit reason that it didn't really exist.
Well, we couldn't be too light and we couldn't be too heavy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it was a balance. Tough skill to balance.
Yeah. And then, since I wasn't in the band since the inception, and you were the front man of the band, I felt like it was more. It needed to be it needed your push in whatever direction, mostly just by default. You know what I mean? Not that anyone ever handed Trevor the control stick or anything, but that's just the way it felt. So like
damn.
So then I felt like I could do better work by helping write on an idea that you originated instead of
bringing it in
opposite in that way. And then now I feel vice versa. But like I said, I'm almost 99.9% certain that it was just one of those in your head things. Like there's no that roadblock wasn't really there. I just made it there. I just put it there.
Yeah, totally.
Fucking reason.
I definitely run into similar stuff all the time. What I find myself doing all the time is I'll come up with an idea or whatever that I'm like, oh, well, this is decent. There's something here that could be worked with, played off of, whatever the case. And then I'm like, all right, that's it. Because I don't even want to go any further because I want it to be, I want it to be added on by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to go off on like a music tangent, on an instrumental tangent, and nobody else not feel it. You know what I mean? Because that's just the fucking worst.
Yeah, I've dealt with that a lot lately.
You know? So it's like I only try to bring in ideas because ultimately I feel like at the end of the day, that's really, you're only going to remember just a certain part of something. That's just going to stick out to you. So if I can come up with just a certain part of an idea, just in like a 15-second riff or whatever, you know, I feel like that'll do more in the long run of as far as it getting picked up and worked around rather than presenting a whole song.
It's more of like stoking the fire instead of trying to bring an ember to light.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's like here's a potential preview, you know.
I feel the same way. And then we have our fearless leader that Corbin has appointed, Crowder, bringing the heat. So
the Corbin appointed.
We just got to be there.
The Corbin appointed.
To make a lot of decisions, he sure isn't around, is he?
No. Some
you sick bastard.
Some things I feel like we'll get to rolling down that hill faster when it's just a little idea and everybody jumps on it. And then other things I feel like, well, it'd probably come to realization faster if I finish it and then either everyone likes it the way it is or they have a little change somewhere here. And then that's less work instead of everyone having to start here and go to the end.
Get there, yeah.
If I'm not doing anything else and I know I can sit here and that fucking wheel's turning that everyone knows, you know when that wheel's turning and when it's not. If that wheel's turning, I need to put it down now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put down this fucking much. If it gets shrunk to that, that's fine. But I'd rather show up with that gets brought down to that than to show up with that and it not be able to go anywhere else because the wheel has stopped turning now for a couple of days or a week, however long. And then also the same time that I brought this little idea to everyone else, so happened to be on a fucking Wednesday in March that their wheel wasn't also turning. So then it gets set there. And then you naturally get discouraged when that happens. And a lot of times they'll get tossed because of that. Also, if you sit on a little piece for too fucking long and nothing happens, I feel like you need to move on.
Yeah.
And that we do that a lot. But then luckily, what happens is later on down the road when that wheel turns again, something reminds you of that little piece and then it takes off. That happens a shit ton.
I feel like we do work a whole lot better when a pretty much solid structure is brought in. It's like, hey, here's the bare fucking fundamentals to this song, and then work off of it like that. There's exceptions, of course. You know, you have those. Well, here's a riff, and then we jam it, and then shit just fucking happens. Mm-hmm. But like you said, you bring that whole idea, and it comes together, and that's been the cool thing about the last 5 dope songs that we've put together. You've brought in a whole fucking idea that you've had, and I feel like more things have been added to it as far as just little shit rather than ideas that have taken away from it. And the things that you've been bringing lately have just been fucking money.
Fortunately, these first 5 or whatever have only grown and not been not had pieces taken off yet.
Well, no, and it's not, but they've not had pieces taken off per se, but like they have had I guess I'll tell you like one way that I'm trying to look at things, like
they've had the edges rounded.
Sure, there you go. Yeah, like transitions being tighter and being more interesting, because it's really easy, man, when you play what you're used to, your normal stuff. But anytime that I hear something cool in a song, I just note it and mark it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, I want to do something like that sometime. And I have a bank full of ideas from various songs. And then I'm like, I'm just waiting. Because you can just interchange them. Try this idea here. Nah, it don't work. Pull that. Try that idea there. That might work. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Something might grow from that one silly-ass idea that you...
I do that a shit ton, too. Except a part... a piece to that little thing that seems to fuck things up a lot of the times is that we do like different stuff, different genres of music, different styles or whatever. And sometimes I'll have that thing that you were talking about. There's a song that does something interesting or specific to it that I would love to do something similar with. And then I pull that out of the hat later on, and I do that thing, and I bring it to you guys, and it don't land as well because you don't know that
the inspiration,
that thing I'm pulling it from. Yeah, so you don't hear it like I do.
Yeah,
and that's real frustrating sometimes.
That definitely happens too. I mean, it's not like we burn you at the stake.
No.
It's not like anything's been turned down.
No.
But that's tough to deal with.
You just wish you could get that reaction that you felt.
Yes, that's all. Yeah.
Physically from us.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
That and the times that make me want to pull my hair out is like when someone won't even give you the fucking 1 second it would take for you to show them or explain.
Oh God,
I hate that. Yeah.
Yes, drives me fucking crazy.
There's another legendary producer, and it's Joshua James something. He was producing a song with Dave Pensato and Timbaland, and they were producing a song, going through it, and everybody's spitting out ideas. They're trying each idea. And one guy off camera is like, "Hey, can we try this here?" And that guy's like, "What? Yeah, I got you." He's like, "Yeah, man, of course we're gonna try it." He's like, "If I'm trying to spit you an idea and you're not even willing to try it," he's like, "why are we even collabing?" Man, that made so much sense to me. If you're not gonna fucking listen to me explain myself, why are you in?
Yeah.
Why are we doing?
If you won't even try this shit,
why are we doing this? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
It can sound stupid in your head, but until you hear every instrument, when someone brings an idea like us, I know how your guys' mind work. It works like if you hear an idea, you're going to tell someone, "Hey, let's do this real fast. Try it like this." But you already hear every instrument for the most part.
Yes.
As far as the dynamics and how it should sound. But you can't get that out that quick at practice or rehearsal or writing.
Sometimes you're not even physically capable, like especially with drums. Like that's the one instrument that I've not ever been able to fucking pick up very well.
Yeah.
I can do it in here all day long, but I can't fucking show you that.
Need the drummer to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, just play this and try this, and you can hate it, but at least hear it for how I'm hearing it before you shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until then, don't hate it yet.
Sometimes some people want to just hate it just to hate it. But then also, I feel like at least this three in this room, we're good at so you got this song, this part or whatever, you're fucking in love with it, dead set on it, someone else wants to change a little thing about it and you're not feeling it, but you give it a shot to satisfy them, to listen to what they're trying to get you to hear. You hear it, but you still don't like it. Well, that's okay. We'll find another meeting ground.
Yeah.
But we never lie to ourselves.
It's very rarely is it to where I want to do it like this, I want to do it like this, and we can't fucking agree, so then it dies. I can think of one song where that happened with.
Yep, me too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome that none of us have the pride to die on a hill as far as our ideas go, where it's like, if you bring an idea at a part and I bring an idea at a part, and I'm like, no, this fucking would have to be better. Then we play them both. We all are not willing to die on that hill. Like, if his idea is better for the song, nobody's gonna fucking know that I bitched about it for 2 hours and then I got proved wrong.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I agree with that. What I first of all, I thought you were talking about, because I will admit full blown I'm guilty with, is that thing. And if I have this song and I have this idea and it's in my head this certain fucking way and I'm so fucking about it, and then somebody or everybody wants to change that fucking thing, I do have a hard fucking time doing it.
There are exceptions like that. Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time, but it all goes back to that, because I hear it this certain way because of this certain reason that you couldn't possibly know and haven't heard. Of course you don't hear it the way I hear it.
I love pushing that button, though.
Yeah, you do.
But that's the good thing. We've never pushed those buttons enough, and we've always been lenient enough with each other as songwriters to not want to
Well, absolutely
leave each other. But,
it's not like it's going to be the only song.
No.
There's, I can speak for all of us. Love writing songs, love having songs. It's a form of entertainment. It's what gets you out of your day. It's what gets you through your day. So, the big thought process for me now is keeping songs interesting in each part. Not, how do you engage the listener in each part?
It's like the job now.
For sure. And I definitely consider that when writing songs too. So it's super easy to overthink things, overthink the song.
It is, because I'm a strong believer in you can, using space can go a really long fucking way, you can get in a habit, not you in general, people in general can get in the habit of trying to fill every fucking space with something.
Doing too much.
It don't need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just needs this one guitar here or whatever it is.
Fill it up with a little delay and reverb and call it a motherfucking day,
well,
baby.
I think that's, in my opinion, that's maturing as a musician, is knowing when and where to play. Because I definitely, when I was younger and in bands, there'd be like a stop in a song that would come up, and then I'd be like, fuck it, I think it's dope if I'm going to keep playing, if the guitar keeps playing, so I'd keep playing. Like, looking back, I'm like, man, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Back then, I just wasn't as mature. I'd only been playing guitar, not even a handful of years at that point. So I didn't know any better, right? But you mature, and then you kind of realize, you listen to legendary songs, and what do those legendary songs, what characteristics do they have that I'm not bringing to the table?
Right. And you don't have to have, your song doesn't have to have 20 fucking chords in it either, 20 chord changes or whatever. I, honest to God, have a fucking ball most of the time playing songs that are three 3 chords, and it's the same 3 chords in the same fucking pattern a lot of the times from start to finish. You just change the dynamic of how those 3 chords are played.
Yeah. And dynamics make your song. Dynamics let you know if you're in the verse, if you're in the chorus, if you're in wherever.
And that'll cause you to spin your wheels more than anything. If you're trying too fucking hard to make a different part for a song when it don't need it, when all it needs is for you to play that thing again, you know.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think a great example of that is fucking the dynamics, the way the chord is played, the notes that are picked within the chord, and the different rhythms that you can do with the chord, different sounds that you can do with the chord, and melodies throughout it. Knocking on Heaven's Door, Guns N' Roses version. G, D, and C.
Yeah, the whole time.
And I think that the other versions, it's G, D, A minor, C. Guns N' Roses might have the A minor in it, but I'm pretty sure that there's a big portion of it that is just G, D, C. But the way that they do it throughout the song, even the bridge, it's all rooted to the G, D, and C.
Mm-hmm.
And the intro is G, D, and C, but the way he plays on that 12 string, it's just like, and then they build it up, bring it back down, build it up, bring it back down. It's just, that's 3 fucking chords.
Yeah.
Throughout that whole song, and it was a masterpiece.
Sometimes that's all you need for a good song is just to know how to
It was perfection.
Yes, to know how to take 3 chords and make you feel many different ways out of it.
And sometimes you need slash.
Not necessarily knowing what you have in abundance, but knowing how to use those things that you have.
Yes.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That is everything.
Especially with sex.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because 3 inches will go a long way over time. Over periods, over rounds.
Not physically a long way.
No. But it'll be a long night.
We got a shit ton of questions this time, didn't we?
So we got the speed round of questions.
Okay. We've been trying to get to this all episode long.
It's supposed to be in a long episode, so we've made it a good episode. I feel like we took like a 45-minute
intermission.
Nerd
was it 45
music?
Minutes?
I don't know if it was that long.
We got into the nerd music side of things. And
hell yeah!
Speed round of questions. Thank you guys for sending your questions. We sure do fucking appreciate it. We're gonna hit them quick. We're gonna hit them fast. We're gonna hit them hard. All right. Larry Holton asked, instruments that you'd have regardless of price point.
A top of the line Martin, D28, fuck, I always blank on their model numbers.
I do too.
You know what I'm talking about though? That fucking pristine top of the line, binded,
D28.
got that fucking vintage, that yellowy tint to it. Oh,
it sings.
Fat nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you put elixir strings on it because you do not. I'm telling y'all, man. Listen. Put elixir strings on your acoustic. Then come back to me.
That is a very Christian rock thing of you to say.
That is absolutely not. Put elixir strings on your acoustic.
Every
and come
kid,
back to
every
me.
guitar player I knew as a kid who played guitar at church used elixir strings.
That's probably definitely not true.
Rich parents.
100% is. Every kid that I knew that played music outside of church, never used elixirs.
I didn't use elixir because they used Ernie balls because they couldn't afford fucking strings. Yeah, you damn right I'm hot. Elixir is the best string company. Swear to God.
Did you know all strings? Did you know that all guitar strings are the same?
I don't give a damn.
All they do is put different fucking wrapping on them.
I don't care. Look, it's coated.
I think there's 2 different kinds. Yeah.
Nanowebs, polywebs. They're coated.
Means they're identical to Ernie balls.
Snag them, but they don't last like Ernie balls.
They don't.
I got no issue with Ernie's, but to be honest with you, man, I want strings that last. I don't want strings that I have to change after every set.
Well, the Ernie's make kind that you don't. Diodario's where it's at for me now.
Hey,
I like Diodario more than Ernie ball.
I gotta give my love to Diodario right now because I don't play acoustic, y'all. I'm telling y'all, acoustic players, put elixirs on your acoustics. Now,
I'd rather die.
No, have you done it?
Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, I have. And, of course, I had to try.
This is such a biased opinion.
Because there was like 6 fucking choir boys in high school that was like elixir. So I'm like, well, I better try this.
Well, how long ago was that?
Oh, fucking 18 years ago.
Has your ear developed since then?
No.
I believe it. Try it. Try it again. Buy another pack. Try it again. Try it one time. I beg of you. No, but on bass though, for real, Diodario's. I love the Diodario's, the NYXLs to be, and
let's answer
name drop like a motherfucker.
Let's answer the question.
Come on, I'm hot.
He's done got hot.
What's the question?
No, money's not an issue.
I love the Martin. I love grand pianos. I would love to have a dope ass banjo that I don't know how to play.
Yeah, give me a grand piano.
Yeah. What would I like? I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, my grocery list is too long.
So hard to answer.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, a top of the line acoustic. What you said, the Martin. I love Martins are my favorites. Martins would be dope. To be honest with you, the bass. I promise you, not anytime soon will I buy anything other than an Ernie ball.
Mm-hmm.
Promise you. I promise y'all that.
Like electrics for me would be a 50s Les Paul for sure. Some year around there. In the 50s.
They're dope, man. They got that style, got that mojo, got that feel to them.
Oh,
got that weight.
60s too, though.
Yeah.
I'd go Martin acoustic for sure. Mm-hmm. And old ass original Pearl drum set. Or the reissue because they're dope as fuck too. And 59 Les Paul standard. A good one. One that felt good. Because they are different. And a private stock PRS, the most beautiful, badass bitch you ever seen. But not too crazy. Still my thing with the, simple color, but everything else would be pretty.
I would love to also have a fucking top of the line, like core model, single cut PRS to have. Because god damn it, do they fucking
they
stay in tune perfectly.
They sound so great.
They're like fucking instruments.
Oh,
like I don't mean that like musical instrument. I mean like they're like surgical instruments.
Yeah. Yes, to be honest with you, over time, the ear has developed a lot. The ear has developed.
Mine hasn't apparently.
It has. Don't let me lie to you. Don't let me lie to you. But over time, hearing just all the different, just different kinds of guitars, all shapes and sizes. Dude, that's PRS. The PRS Starla is the most versatile guitar. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Kellys have their characteristics. Strat have their characteristics. The Les Pauls have their characteristics. That the special Les Paul special with the P90s. Those P90s have their characteristics. But man, there's nothing quite like that Starla that's able to get the full regalia of the humbuckers, get that nice rock and roll tone, and then you can dial it back and get a nice thick clean tone. You can pop that coil out and get like not a semi hollow sound, but you get just a
true split.
Yeah, man. It sounds so great.
It's like it can't do all the things a Strat can do and do all the things a Telly can do, on and on and on. But it can touch all of those.
If you have enough money to only buy one guitar and you need every spectrum,
you need a bunch of sounds.
You need if you're looking at, the Strat over here and then the Telly here and then the Les Paul here, but you also want yada whatever the fuck.
Be a good one to buy.
Yeah, that Starlo covered just about.
And it's like $900.
I don't even know.
Yeah, the Maryland made originals.
Damn.
It's about.
This is supposed to be lightning round.
Sorry.
Brittany Reynolds and Melvin Young. Biggest musical inspiration, influence, and why?
Tom Petty, because that's my early, for whatever reasons, that's like some of the earliest memories of music in my brain. For some reason, Tom Petty playing in my father's old F-150 that had a police engine in it. Why that's particular to the memory, I don't know either. But
that's why it speaks to you.
I remember driving out into the country listening to Running Down a Dream for some reason. Stuck. Andrew?
I would also almost see I'm gonna cut this. I'm surprised you're not a Bruce Springsteen fan.
It's all because he wasn't brought in front of me, set in front of me growing up. That's the very reason. And I've been absolutely 100% meaning to dive into his catalog for like the last 4 years, specifically ever since I found Sam Fender, who's such a huge Bruce Springsteen.
Immediately heard that.
Yeah, lover. Like everyone calls him the fucking European Bruce Springsteen. So I gotta know what's there. I just haven't done it yet.
They break down. People break down his mix on the tube, man. It's super dope. What was the thing?
Biggest musical influence, inspiration?
I had two, to be honest with you. To add on to what I was actually speaking on the other day, two things, and they're completely different. I would say, initially, since playing bass and starting KKB and now the new project, it's been Jimi Hendrix and the Experience. And the Experience. What the fuck am I talking about? The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
And the Experience.
And the Experience. What was I thinking of to begin with? Anyways, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And that's not, even though I love his guitar playing, it's not because of his guitar playing, it's because of how tight the rhythm section was, right? The bass and the drums, they were always together. They were always tight. They were always this and that and the other. But to add on to that, here as of last year or two, it's been definitely the Eagles. Along with that, I paid a lot more attention to like just walking stuff, more bass lines that speak, but still serve what they're supposed to be serving.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely those two, the Jimi Hendrix and the Experience, and the Eagles. The Jimi Hendrix Experience and the Eagles.
Damn good.
Trevorson?
I have to say Dad, just because he'd be mad if he seen this and I didn't say that. Guns N' Roses, mainly Slash, for the cool factor, giving me the drive to want to actually play guitar for no other reason other than just wanting to fucking play. Lenny Kravitz, for the diverseness of his music and the badassery of the funk and shit that he could do, man, and how fucking sexy his fucking shit was in his music videos. And I mean, that's the two biggest ones for me. Guns N' Roses, Lenny Kravitz, for sure. There's more now that I've gotten older. It's a lot, as all of us are, but those were the two that really sunk their teeth into me.
Yeah, it would also be great. We've been, this podcast is super long already, so we won't do it today. But it would also be nice to do it another time. Talk about big influences over your lifespan, because I've been massively influenced several different times in my life so far. Specific times. I'd say probably a good 4 times, right? That changed how I fucking write music and listen to music and how I think about it and how I what I go for when I sit down to write a song or something like that. There are some artists who are still active today and are relatively new artists that changed me just as much as I was affected as a kid.
It's like 4 long chapters,
right.
Each chapter name being 4 artists, and within each chapter there's 20 other artists that you.
We got a dead camera.
So, fucking speed round. Stephen Robinson asks, who is the biggest rock star in the band? I think we can all answer that on 3. 1, 2, 3. Corbin.
Yeah. Yeah.
He thinks he is anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all like or would like to be rock stars. Who wouldn't? Corbin is.
I mean, do I show up to a Ryan's buffet at 7 p.m. on a Saturday and think I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room? Absolutely, I do. You know, but I feel like I'm allowed that.
Yeah.
I want to speak on that. We went to Gatlinburg 2 years ago, and the whole deal was, all right, look, while we're here, we're up in a cabin. We cannot eat anywhere that is back home here in Bowling Green. We didn't so much as make it a mile in and seen a Golden Corral and hung a swift hard left.
It was worth
and
it.
smacked that Golden Corral up.
So good.
Now, technically, that ain't back home.
Bourbon Street chicken all
They
day
done
long.
closed all this shit. All right, speedy round. What?
Dylan Snyder said, talk about your love for Nickelback. Now, I don't know if Dylan Snyder was just being funny or if he was being an asshole.
Nah,
Who knows?
There's probably a good chance.
he was being an asshole.
Yeah.
But Dylan, let me tell you something.
I asked him twice. He never responded.
I don't care if you like Nickelback or not. What Nickelback did have was really crafty jams with interesting parts.
He looked like a feller who would enjoy some Nickelback.
Oh, well then, excuse me for saying that.
Like a good old boy, but I don't know.
That dude, let me tell you something. Hey, that probably the most recent song that I dig of theirs is that fucking Get Up. I mean, it's older now, but that Bank Robbin song, that Get Up.
Listen,
They did always have some cool drum beats.
I was fucking all balls in back in their prime.
Oh, yeah. Anybody who listens to Silver Side Up and says, oh, this don't take me back, you're a fucking liar.
Everybody also has that phase, I do believe.
Yeah, of course.
That you grow out of, but
Yeah.
Jason Ray says, peppering old Jason's door at Manchester Music Hall.
Peppering.
peppering his door. What does he mean?
Well, Andrew probably wouldn't remember it.
Oh, man.
10-year show, I think. We were leaving and Andrew...
throwing up.
Look, you get sick one time and they remember it for life.
Never let you live it down.
I threw up chicken nuggets coming back from Manchester. I didn't do it in anybody's car door, but...
Well, now hang on. To be fair, man, they closed up shop and we hung out with family. We closed up shop. They closed up shop. We family. And then started passing out shots. I'm not going to pass out shots with the family. Or pass up, rather.
No.
You know? I'm going to... This is fellowship and we're communionizing.
Let's be clear here. You did nothing wrong.
I didn't think so.
No.
Well, now hang on. You said I did what?
I didn't say nothing.
What did I allegedly do?
Peppered his door.
This is a long list of shit. What
It
did
probably
I
got
allegedly
probably
do?
got a little bit of puke on it.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
puked on his. I puked
Maybe
in his door.
he says you puked.
In it.
No, he said peppered.
Yes, but I know the story before.
Well, peppered means a sprat.
Little sprinkle.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where it's confusing. But I've heard the story before, and he said you puked in his door.
Yeah, he's always spoke like I filled up that bottom thing. Like I
Fabricated
didn't.
lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit. Moving on.
Love you, Jason. I'll do it again.
That's all.
That's it. I thought we had 100 questions lined up.
I've
You falsified.
Got a half a mind to take a plywood sign, hang it up from a knotty pine tree.
We're gonna get copyright
Saying
strike.
I was here first. This is
I'm
my
gonna have to-
piece of
I'm gonna
dirt.
have to
Your
blank it out.
ring
It's
don't
gonna be-
rattle me.
Yeah. Listen, thank you for hanging out on this extra long episode. We just didn't want to stop. Is all. We had a real fucked up week. All of us. We're tired. We're hanging out together, talking, bullshitting, and it feels really great in this garage now because we got this sweet ass AC unit that you probably heard all about a million times by now.
You can probably hear it.
Catch us every other Thursday on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, please. Hit that fucking subscribe button, ring that bell, all those things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. It really does help us out. You can send in your questions via a text form or a selfie video or, what other means.
I don't know how y'all
pretty
do
much
it.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Send messages.
Audio, that's what I'm trying to get
the
at.
Email, the audio.
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 That's the question in your voice memos on your phone. Send that audio in. Whatever you want.
If you're having a bad hair day or whatever, you feel bloated, you feel like you just killed that Chinese buffet and you don't want nobody seeing them fat ass cheeks, just speak it into your phone.
Yeah.
Or you can write it in.
But if
if you choose to be anonymous,
email it in.
If you're having a fucking on fleek day, turn that camera around, get yourself on there, girl.
Got a picture of your mom's tits. You'd rather be the thumbnail of your video.
We'll put you on the video and we'll show everybody what a fine piece of ass you are.
We love to have you.
I said their mom.
Let's get wild though. Let's get some interesting questions. Let's hear some shit. Or if you got a funny, wild, crazy story to share with us, let us know. We'll put you up here.
I'm trying to laugh at anything and everything.
Yeah. Andrew loves a good shit in your pants story, and I got plenty.
That's one of it's my favorite stories.
The good thing is, the Blest Boyz podcast, nothing is off limits. We're pretty open that it's not rated G. I can't control what your kids watch on YouTube. All I can do is tell you not to let your kids watch us.
Hey, man. Look, if they got the YouTube app, it's fair game. But if they watching YouTube on your phone, get that YouTube, kids. Don't be bullshitting. Don't be letting them fucking watch shit on YouTube. What are you talking about? Look, we was letting little Sophie watch some shit the other day. And the little video she watched said something I didn't like. I don't even remember what she said. I can't remember. You snatch that damn phone. I said, what you doing? Put on YouTube Kids. She loved it. She had a great
Didn't even
time.
know no different. Listen, you can send in your questions or stories or, whatever you want via text or video or audio. You can send that stuff in to the blestboyzpod@gmail.com. That's blestboyzpod@gmail.com. Again, that's blestboyzpod@gmail.com. We love you so much, my sweet, sweet boys and girls. Stay blessed.
And we got some new BBPs headed right your way. And I'm not talking about big, beautiful penises. I'm not talking about the unsoliciteds. I'm talking about the new Blest Boyz pod. We coming right at you. Right to your phone. Right to your TV. In your airwaves.
It ain't your Peepaw's podcast. It's the People's Podcast. It's the Blest Boyz Podcast.
Oh, let's show them legs. No. You stay put. I'm going to be a goddamn cinematographer. You stay put.
Show them legs. Oh, yeah. Them legs with the hair. And them green socks, I said crap, not dumbass. Hey, we the fuck out of here, man. Let's go home.
Y'all ever seen some goddamn legs like that before? Look at them beanstalks.
I'm never wearing shorts again.